What's up, y'all? It's your boy AJ, and this is AJ Reacts 2. And today we got my lovely cousin. She's messing with the camera.
It was so perfect before. Keep going.
It was good before, but you good. It's my cousin Kia. Welcome back, Kia. Last year we did a couple movie reviews, Lion King and Crawl. Welcome back to the show, to the channel. Today we're going to be talking about Insecure. Just like, this is not a review, it's just kind of a mini discussion. So we kind of had a little bit of technical difficulties, so we're gonna start over and talk about what we talked about before. But starting off, we talked about our favorite characters and least favorite characters. So if you could repeat that for us.
Okay.
What's starting with the favorite?
So my favorites, I'll say, top two are probably Issa and Lawrence. I really, I like Issa. She's funny. She's trying to get herself together. She has some redeemable qualities, I'll say. She messed up a couple times, but she's doing good.
More than a couple, but okay.
And Lawrence, I like Lawrence a lot. When we talked about this the first time, I said, "Oh, should I pick Daniel or should I pick Lawrence?" I went with Lawrence. He's a good guy, he's a really good guy. He really loved Issa a lot, and he did not disrespect her after she disrespected him when she cheated on him. So that was really great. He tried to really get himself together for her. It took him a while. Most would say too long, but he tried to get himself together for her, which is very redeemable. So I think that's great, and I think that they're on it. They're good now. They're almost friends. So they're my top favorites.
Yeah, and I feel like Lawrence, we didn't see him at all in the second season. I don't think, did we?
No.
Yeah, I was wondering if
what happened at the end of the second season.
I can't really remember, but I feel like he was gone for a while. That's the point. And we didn't know if we were going to see him again.
Yes.
And then he showed up in the convenience store.
Yes.
Whatever season that was. Those are your two favorites, Issa and Lawrence.
Yes.
Okay. Let's do least favorite characters.
My least favorites are Dro.
Right.
Dro is
the scum of the earth.
Thank you. That's the scum of the earth. Okay, he
not a good guy.
No, he's probably a really great friend. He was a really great friend to Molly. But when they took it beyond friends, and when he knew how Molly felt about him, and that she was struggling with the fact that he was married and they were messing around and they couldn't be anything more than
the friends with benefits. Yeah.
Right. There we go. That's more appropriate. He wasn't able to really let her go, or kind of follow the rules that she wanted him to follow. So he was just wrong, very, very wrong, and I don't like him at all. And he was not cute. They compared him to the guy on the guy from one of the aliens from Space Jam. But but
that's terrible.
My second least favorite is probably Tiffany. Did I say Tiffany last time?
You did. You
did.
Uh-huh.
She's not horrible, but I just don't really love her character. I would pick other people before I picked her. So, and there's a chance that she cheated on her husband. So,
did they ever confirm that though?
They did not. They didn't
confirm. Maybe in season 4 they'll dive deeper into that. Yeah. Tiffany, I think the point of her character is to kind of be annoying, kind of like a little bougie, and I think I don't know, I feel like it's kind of common to have that friend that's a little type A, a little, a little bougie.
Yeah. Yeah.
But you love her, or you love her,
Right.
whatever. So I guess I'm gonna go favorite character. I'm gonna only give one for each.
Okay.
I'll say Issa for my favorite. There's a lot of layers to her character. There's a lot of growth that has been done, and it's still yet to come, and I can see it coming. And I'm really hoping for it in season 4, like a bigger jump for growth. Especially with her and Molly especially. But
She got a long way.
Yeah. But yeah, so Issa, for favorite, I don't even want to give Dro a spotlight. So I'm not even gonna say that he's my least favorite.
Dang.
I might want to say my least favorite. Can I say Molly on here?
Yes. Yes.
Can I say Molly?
She's not great. Okay?
She's not a great character, and I just feel like there is a lot of growth to be done, but throughout these 3 seasons that we've seen, there was like little to no growth. And I just am like, and it kind of doesn't even seem like she's a great friend to Issa. She's probably her best friend. I think Issa could even find somebody even better than that. So, therefore, but Molly, I guess, isn't the worst friend, but she's just not a great person. Not yet, anyway. So, I don't know. I wouldn't want to be friends with her.
Yeah, I'll say she's a worse person than friend or character.
Since Molly kind of is in the forefront of the show, I do hope for more growth from her, and I could see her being not being in my least favorite anymore. After a while, when she does some growing. The little friend group, I like the little friend group. With Kelly and Tiffany, Molly and Issa. I like them. I feel like I think, a lot of people should have like a little group that they're a part of or whatever, and that have each other's backs and stuff like that. Also with that, it comes with drama. Because people have different personalities, and they're not always gonna it's not always gonna be smooth. So that's kind of a relatable thing in the show.
Yeah, definitely.
Different personalities and different viewpoints on different things, but
at different places in their lives, different perspectives and all of that. Yeah, I think that's pretty, like you said, true to how people's lives are.
Yeah, facts. Where to go from here? Like, what is your favorite part of the show, I guess? Your favorite, thing about the show? Maybe favorite scene, favorite, aspect of the show.
Whew, that's a tough question.
It's kind of broad, but
it is.
What drew you into the show? Think about that.
Okay, that's a good question. I can answer that. I watched Awkward Black Girl on YouTube.
Issa Rae's
show Awkward Black Girl on YouTube. And so when I saw this was coming out, I was like, ooh, this is probably going to be really good. This is like much higher, quality of production and all of that. So like I think it has really great potential. So that's like what drew me in. I think the storyline and some of the characters, the comedy and stuff like that kept me watching it over time. And I'll say, like, overall, that's what kept me watching it, because I remember that I would complain about the episodes a lot. Like, when they were over, I was like, what? That's it? Like, I want more. I'm looking for more. But I think that it's a really good show. I think that, like, there's not really anything else like it. So I think that it's like needed. In the past, there's been like, oh, which insecure character are you? And
I know you took that test.
I did take the test. I don't know I don't remember who I was, but honestly, I'm happy that like, even though I took it, I don't really want to relate to any of them.
Yeah, they all
They're a
have,
hot mess.
their
Like,
downfall. Yeah, yeah.
yeah.
Or one of my prior videos when I reacted to season 4 promo of Insecure, I compared the Insecure soundtrack to Euphoria. They're kind of similar, and Euphoria soundtrack is just so, so so yeah, like that's something that really drew me to it. And it's kind of sad to say, but the drama, I mean, like, he did what?
Right.
She did what? Like, like that.
Yes.
So the drama. Moving forward, the last topic we're gonna talk about, what do you see in store for season 4?
I see Jared and Molly getting back together, and Issa and Nathan getting back together.
That's what you're hoping.
That's what I want.
Do you see that?
I just had to throw that out there because those are the couples that I would like to be together. But from the previews, I see that Issa pulls off her. It seems that she pulls off her
block party thing.
Block party, yes.
That's a huge spoiler, I feel like.
Yeah, I agree. So I think a lot of the season is going to be like leading up to that, everything that she's doing to get it all together. The people that help her out with it and all that. So I see that happening. I see hopefully her and Lawrence's friendship being okay, because I know she's going to be working with his girlfriend or girl that she's talking to. And I could, I don't want any problems to come of that. I see Molly hopefully getting it together and getting rid of some of her expectations, just life expectations, like who she should be with, where her life should be going, on all this stuff, and just kind of like relax a little bit.
Yeah,
that would
relax.
be nice. Yeah. I mean, maybe just after Issa figures this out, like finding is something that she's really passionate about and being able to make money off of it, because I don't know if this is going to be like her job, if she's going to be getting paid from this or anything like that. So seeing maybe what the next steps are for her. Just wondering where could go next.
I that's really what I was about to say, honestly, because I feel like this show is kind of starting to be in a box. It's like not able to broaden out from where it's at. One thing that I really hope that we see in this season is new characters. And kind of exploring new characters, adding them to the group, maybe maybe a little conflict, but you don't like that? You don't like that?
It just depends on who they are, I think Nathan is a great addition. I think the Asian guy I should know his name, but the guy that Molly's gonna date, he's Asian.
Yeah.
I think that he's a good addition. I don't know how I feel about Condola right now. And not in terms of her dating Lawrence, but just like her personality. I don't know if it really fits the personalities of the other characters. But I think that it would be a good idea to have some new characters.
Let's keep going. Some
new characters on the show.
Just keep going.
On the show, yeah. I think that would help broaden it out some.
Yeah. And I think it will help them not be so much in a box. I think they could branch out with the story a little bit more, because it kind of feels a little redundant each season, kind of dealing with the relationships, dealing with the job, and the block party was a really good thing. I really liked that story. Now, I don't know how much longer it should keep going on. But you got a whole lot of facial
I do.
What's going on?
I'm just
you
thinking.
don't. You didn't like the block party.
Huh?
You didn't like the block party?
No, I think that'll be good. I think that'll be good. But I'm just thinking about like it's all kind of like, oh, we're just ending on this big bang, like this big event, and that's kind of like redundant, as you were saying before.
Mm-hmm.
That's just kind of what I was thinking about. So.
Yeah. So yeah, like I agree that it just kind of gets put. It's okay. It kind of gets. This is a discussion. This is a back and forth. It's cool. But it's kind of like I feel like the show is kind of put in a box in a sense. But I really enjoy that box. I just need them to broaden out a little bit, kind of expand the world a little bit of Insecure.
Yeah.
And you don't have to do it all at once. You don't have to be head first into this big world. Just kind of expand it a little bit, a new character here and there. I think maybe they've been doing that in season 3, but it's kind of hard because the seasons are only like 10 episodes or something like that, like short, really short.
They're 30 minutes.
Yeah, and then I don't think the last season. I think the last season came out like 2 years ago, like 2018. They skipped a year.
Yeah.
Yeah, they skipped a year. So it was just like, it's kind of hard to, a little laggy.
Yeah. Oh, no. This is me saying Issa's getting married, and I think that's why. And doing movies and stuff like that. So.
How was I supposed to get that from the Beyonce dance?
Single ladies, this is epic. You should know.
That somebody's about to get married from that?
But I do agree with you on adding in more characters, and I think that they've tried, and it's been like bits and pieces, but they're not lasting. Like, Molly and Issa in both of their jobs, like their characters or their job, their co-workers have some lines, they have a type, they have a character type and all this stuff, but it doesn't really go beyond that. Like, they had Lil Rel on there for a while, and like they could have kept him around, or more could have happened with Molly and her female coworkers or the male coworkers and stuff like that. Like that could have been extended past to what it was.
I wanted to talk about Lil Rel. I wanted to make sure you said what you had to say, but I want to go back to Lil Rel because his character, I really, really liked his character in the show. And then Molly chose Dro.
Right.
Over Lil Rel's character. I really literally screamed at the screen when that happened, when she chose Dro over Lil Rel's character. Lil Rel's character, like, he was cool. He made her laugh. Like, he was a cool character. He was a little corny. I admit that. But he was a good dude.
He was trash. He was. Like, and that's classic Molly, honestly, like, to pick the bad guy. Because did you remember that Sterling K. Brown, Randall Pearson, is on that show?
Randall Pearson? No, I don't remember that. What did he do? What was he on there?
And also, Lil Saint is on that show. He was on there for an episode. You know Lil Saint?
No. Who's that?
Lil Saint from You Got Served. Plays Molly's brother on there. And that's the same episode that Sterling K. Brown is on there. He comes as Molly's date. Yes. Huh. They meet at some club when Issa is starting her, rotation, and
nicely put.
And yes. So they go out on a couple dates and stuff like that, and he's basically a male Molly, and she hates that, so they don't go anywhere, and that's what her and Dro. So yeah.
Dro. I think that's all we have to say about Insecure. I think we're good. We're ready for season 4. We might do a little bit of discussions on season 4 episodes coming up. So we'll see.
April 12th.
April 12th. I think, isn't that Easter?
Yes. It's sad.
That's sad.
It's sad.
That
He
is
doesn't even
sad.
get to go to church.
That's crazy. That sucks.
I know.
Did you get you a new Easter dress?
No, I looked, but I was like, for what?
I know. I mean, you could dress up at home and
pajamas
and pretend that you going. I mean, but yeah. Anyway, thank you for being on the show again. I appreciate you, and I appreciate you dealing with all my technical difficulties.
It's okay. I love Insecure and I love you. So
yes. Oh, that's sweet. Love you too, cuz. Love you too. April Fools. Oh shoot. But anyway, I'll catch you later, kid.
Okay, bye.
Bye. Yes. Can you see me? Can you see me?
I need you by
yes. Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Touch,
can you see me? Hello? Hello?
AJ.
Hello? Kia.
Yes.
Can you hear me?
You have that hat on your head.
Can you hear me? Can you
see
me?
I could hear you that whole time.
For real?
Yes. It's not super clear, but I can hear you.
I told you like 17 times. You didn't answer.
I thought you were just joking around.
I told your name like 17 times. You didn't answer me.
Well, I could hear you. I mean, it's not like you were ready to go. You had a hat on your face.
Hello?
Oh Lord.